Oh darn, it's Tarn. Comic Universe Legacy Evolution Tarn today on Yes, we finally dip into the Transformers comic universe here with Tarn, one of the Decepticon Justice Division, a, to put it lightly, fanatical group that seems to follow its own version of what it right and wrong, with most everybody they come across being on the wrong end and paying for it extremely. Here we have what could best be described as Tarn's vehicle mode. It's not quite what people would expect it to be, but it could be a lot worse. And no, the wheels do not roll. They have little caster-like indents here on the tracks, but they do nothing. But he can slide. If that excites you. As for what it can do in this mode, well, the turret can rotate here, and these two can rotate outward. So, that's something. Alrighty, we'll get into transformation here with what is parts forming. Yeah. Okay. Next, we will come up here, lift up, and I'll untab from these 4 tabs right here for what would be the stud of the legs. So I come up here, unfold these parts, and separate from here. Fold these out. Then I'm going to fold all this up. See here now. And I do this. There we go. That. And that. For the arms. Oh yes. Fold this part that way. Otherwise it will just get in the way. Alright. Let's see here. That. Shunk. Yeah, that's odd. Okay. Fold this part out. Fold these for the feet. And we have something. Alright. Let's see now. Here we go. Fold out this part right here. Twist it here. Flip around. Bring these parts up. Not part of the instructions, but this easily pops back in, like so. Okay, the shoulder bits go into those tabs. Twist this up so it can tab into here and lock the shoulders into place. Lift up the cannons. So now, better look at those tabs, those slots right there. And then give Tarn the weapon. So now probably better not throw it on this arm. If we can get that far. Okay. Tarn, robot mode. As for the turret itself, you can fold it this way so that the cannons fit a little bit better on the arm, regardless of which peg you use. But you can also put the cannons like so on Tarn's back. Fold these mini cannons down. And you have one weapon mode, but I guess it's more of a mortar mode because you can't really get it to go flush. But one more thing. Separate these cannons out. Connect, and then you have a very long rifle which can fit into his hands. Practical, but something you can do. As articulation, head is on a ball joint. So no swivel, double swivel joint for the shoulders here. A hinge joint, bicep bend, mushroom pig for the elbow, Has a decent degree of movement. Naturally, it's a bit hindered by its own design, but at least it works. Waist swivel. Universal joint for the hips. Thigh swivel. Very impressive knee bend. And ankle tilt. So you can definitely get him into some interesting exoposes, but chances are you'll probably just have him doing something intimidating looking, which is fair. Now, one thing that people also have griped about is that it is a little flat, and for a character like Tarn, that doesn't necessarily seem to fit with people's vision of it, especially if they've read a lot of the comics. I can see where they're coming from, but from a toy standpoint, it's actually a lot more efficient because he's not going to take up as much space as some other things. And boy, have I seen some toys take up space for no good reason. Now, given how this is very much a comic character, if you're deep into the fandom or you're into the comics, you're definitely going to want this character. Otherwise, if you're more of an old school movieverse fan and you've never heard this character before and you decide to skip it, well, that's fine. Especially since I seem to remember he's a bit short-packed. Anyway, I'm the Deceptiwolf. This has been Comic Universe Legacy Evolution Tarn. Again, I remind you all, free your mind, free your toys.